The Every Other Saturday podcast contains strong language. Right, people.
Right, people.
It's a big one.
This is a big one.
It's a big one. This is the Old Firm
This
special.
is a big man talking to you, alright?
Wee bit of Tune the Fat in there, I like it.
Tune the Fat. Netflix accounts will take that.
Aye, it's a big one.
Aye, it's a big one, Jack.
For this moment for a long time. It's been, 10 months or something since the last Old Firm game? Ages, anyway.
Ages.
So, can't wait, honestly.
I thought you were about to say Kanye West there.
I can't wait. Aye, just counting down the days now, just looking back at old photos.
You get your breath, Jackson. I will talk for this.
Go for it.
Cannot wait. The excitement's in the air. I was watching the playoffs last night, the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer comes on for the Old Firm. Gerrard and the camera screaming. I was tired, and then I go, yes, I love you, Gerrard.
Aye.
I love him. That celebration for me that game anyway. After winning fucking,
I mean, we won there for the first time 10 years or something that time, man. And fucking just the celebrations
for your manager as well, man. Like that's what you want for Gerrard. You know what I mean?
So passionate. Obviously we won't talk about what happened after that, but just that moment is so special.
Definitely.
And I want to bet Gerrard's the best results, I would say.
But we're going into this Old Firm game, Jack. We quite
both teams, I think, red hot form now.
I was about to say different circumstances and no fans.
Aye.
But both teams going in hot form.
Aye, Celtic, although they're not playing as well as they really should be according to their fans, they're still picking up points. They're still
picking
winning,
up results, which is the most important thing.
Rangers, similar. Obviously, didn't play that good against Ross County, but we're beating MD that comes up against us, obviously. Mm-hmm. Bar Hibs and Livingston, but on the basis that we've been really great this season, it's shaping up to be unbelievable.
I would say so. I'm saying it's. I said it obviously at the start. It's the biggest season.
It's the biggest season. History. It's the biggest game of the season, the first Old Firm game, because this is going to dictate what's going to happen. These 3 points are precious to both teams.
Well, I don't know if it's going to dictate what happens, but it definitely dictates in the direction it swings.
The 4 games, obviously, I think the league will be won or lost.
Aye, definitely.
So they're massive, honestly. Biggest game of both teams' season. Can't believe you see it, honestly.
I cannot. I'll be honest with you, I thought we weren't going to see it. I thought Nicola Sturgeon was going to scrap it.
Because obviously there was that talk about it.
But Nicola has been smart and she's fucking went pubs and all that shit for 16 days. You can still get your Old Firm game. So the Old Firm, man, it's going to happen, and I'm buzzing, man. I can't wait to watch.
Or is it going to happen? Because
I know. Here we go.
The talk obviously being Monday morning and all that. There's been a hunters that's come out about COVID cases over this international break, but more in particular, Celtic have had a lot of
COVID cases.
We've been bitten.
Edward. Somebody get bitten?
Luis Suarez, mate.
Oh, right.
I've Beaton, or whatever you say. Happening Beaton.
Beaton,
Edward. Christie's obviously isolating. And El Hamid, maybe. He's getting tested today and he could have it now. So that's another centre back they're going to be losing. So.
And 2 of them played against Scotland, obviously. International there. So
it's a bit risky.
It is risky.
But they need to put 11 players in the park or 4 for it, I'm pretty sure. So
no chance for the 4 for it.
So it'll happen. But they're saying obviously, we've got all these players out and all that. But Rangers have also got a lot of players out on the injury list. Obviously, Roof, Aribo, Hilander now, Al McGregor maybe, Barisic is carrying a knock because he wasn't involved for Croatia. So all these players are first team.
Morelos might be jet lagged.
Morelos he plays on Thursday morning or something, and then comes back and he'll be in the Friday. So then we play at 12. So he's not really going to be away.
He'll be benched. He'll be on the bench. Trust me, he'll be benched.
We'll get into our team.
We'll get into our team soon.
There's obviously been a lot happening just in the terms of obviously the thing that's shocking the world is COVID.
Aye.
So it's played its part. Celtic are going to be missing players due to that. Rangers are going to be missing players due to injury, but that won't halt it. It'll still be a cracking game of football.
I hope so. I hope it's still a cracking game of football. At the end of the day, got to play who you got to play.
Oh, bit of background noise there.
A bit of fucking Trucker Steve here. No, but you still got to play who you've got to play, you know what I mean, regardless.
Exactly, you got to put 11 players on the pitch, so...
Exactly. Fucking... Who knows who Celtic will...
So if you want to get into it, we can do the team lineups here.
Let's get into the team lineups straight away,
we'll
mate.
start, obviously, Celtic. What do you think of their team this season?
I mean, Celtic so far this season, I've been impressed with the boy they got for West Ham.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's been impressive.
He impressed me.
Goalkeeper, I've not really heard anything.
5 million they signed him for.
5 million, but I've not really heard any raving reviews or any negative reviews. I don't know.
When you talk about like Fraser Forster last season, all you heard was, "Oh my God, Fraser Forster
back." Aye.
I've not really heard much about Barkas.
Also, you've got the young boy on the right back. What's his name again?
Frimpong.
Aye, she's really the energy of the team.
He's a great player. Going forward, he's great.
Cal McGregor, as usual, just that standard Celtic player into the wheel.
Never really has a bad game, to be honest with you.
No. And Ryan Christie, who's, I don't know, he's
obviously going to be missing though.
No, he's going to be missing. There's quality, but it seems like he's itching to get away.
You think so?
He seems like one of the players that was when Lennon Hingweed when
he does take a lot of criticism, by the way, like because he takes on any shot he can.
Mm-hmm.
And he's obviously not looking for the pass sometimes, he just shoots.
I mean, Hadji could benefit from doing that a couple of times.
I know, we'd love to see that. But...
I mean, I'm not really, I'll be honest, I'm not, there's nobody in that Celtic team that I'm like, make sure he doesn't get the ball.
I'm not fear to him doing that team.
Well, you shouldn't be fear to him doing that, but no, I know, I'm the same, mate.
Obviously, previous years it was different, when you're like, oh my God, fucking Scott Sinclair, Dembele, what, you're going to use
because they're so, at the time they were so much better than the quality that we had. And the quality that both teams have now is fair. It's 50-50 now. And you've seen that on the games. You've seen that in the games the last couple.
There's not really been one Old Firm game that's just been like domination.
There's not been one that's made you want to...
There has been one actually. It was domination. It was that cup final.
The cup final.
And we still get beat.
I know.
Oh my God.
Even after getting beat up 5-1 and all that, like that one's...
I mean, we're getting pumped every game we played pretty much. And then obviously Gerrard comes in, we get that result with Ryan Jack scoring. But for previous, obviously, that was a great Celtic team. Like, they went invincible.
No, I mean, tremendous Celtic
Brendan
team.
Rodgers.
You have to take your hats off to them, sorry. But...
Like, no matter who we signed that season or whatever happened, we were never getting anywhere near them.
Big Josh won that spot, mate.
Yeah. So they've obviously still coming off the kind of games like pumping us. They're thinking we're still that team. Realistically, we're not. Like, you look at the improvement Rangers have made, just with it being like, it seemed like every Old Firm game we went into, we were scared to say like, we were shitting ourselves. We were like kicking the ball as soon as we get it anywhere, just stump up the park, passing it out the park, giving them opportunities for nothing, just absolutely shat it.
Too much. I remember just
give them too much respect
on the ball. You know what I mean? Too much.
Rangers are sitting back at home and letting Celtic play.
Play.
Why would that be a good idea? So it's obviously great to see that challenge is back again.
It's competitive, and that's what I think. Like, let's be honest. Both fans, you've got to want a competitive Old Firm game because it gets both. It must, for me anyway, it gets depressing. I mean, you want to fucking jump off the roof. Your team gets pumped 5-1 off your rivals. I
wouldn't be complaining at beating Celtic 5-6.
No, I wouldn't be complaining. But
I know what you mean.
You still want that competitive nature there. You know what I mean? Like in the past, man, but.
In the same way you had defeat it, well, I know how you feel about
no.
Jesus Christ, low moments,
it takes effort out of you, man. But no, I think
in terms of their team, I think for myself, they've got a great squad of players. Like, I'm looking at Klimala.
I'll say this right now for me personally. You stop that right back, you stop that energy in that team.
Aye. I'd say he's the main sort of attacking player they've got.
Don't give me that boy they've got for Southampton. He's fucking...
El Yunusi, he's not done anything at Celtic,
he's not, man. He's the kind of sign you would expect to come to Celtic and do something. Especially coming for the Premiership.
The cut of players I'm looking at, obviously, Frimpong, Cal McGregor's a good player.
Definitely.
Scott Brown.
Always, you're going to get something.
But apart from that, like, they're missing a lot of players, obviously, as we talked about. Like, Edward is the man for me that I'm scared when he gets the ball because he could
I'll never forget
pretty easily tuck it away.
That goal that he scored at Ibrox.
That
was a fucking
3-2 one.
That was a fucking.
I mean, he's got an eye for goal. Probably.
No, he's still obviously, you know what I mean, joint best striker in the league. And as you say, if he gets the ball, you know what I mean, he
definitely could hurt us, but he's not playing, so we don't have to worry about that. We have to worry about is Lee Griffiths or Klamala or El Yunusi, because that's really what they've got going forward.
Listen, mate, I'm not worried about any of this Celtic team at all, man. I'll be honest with you. I think we need to just go there, stay composed, play our game. Don't give them too much time on the ball.
There's no room for panicking in this.
No, because as I say to you, too many times in the past, even in certain times of Gerrard games, Celtic have still been given too much time on the ball. You need to go there, you need to press them, you need to get in their face, you need to not give them 5 minutes on that ball, you need to keep going, you know what I mean, for the full 90, what you play at the first 10. Look what we did in that 1-0, as I say, when Ryan Jack scored. That game, we fucking battered them, you know what I mean?
All over the park.
I see you smiling because, you know what I mean, you know what I mean? So
just for the minute that goal went, and even before that, Kent ripping Avdi apart. There was chances at that full game, and Andy Halliday playing a blinder that game, just every single man in the park, and that's what I want.
That's what I'm on about. You need that, you know what I mean? Not this fucking give him time on the ball and none of that part. I'm in there. And put a couple of fucking horse tackles in on their fucking best players and let them know you're there. That wee fucking laddie, that's what I'm on about. Grab him by the collar and swing him into third row. That's what I'd do.
A big tackle lights up the game fast.
Aye, definitely.
Unless you know you're not playing about.
Aye.
So
you're not playing Livy, you know what I mean, at home. You're playing us, you know what I mean?
I think Celtic should be running scared of Rangers, to be honest with you.
Aye, this game, aye.
What?
Let's not get carried away, because this is what I'm on about. I don't want to get carried away.
I'm not getting carried away at all.
No, I know. We're excited. It's just the excitement coming out in us, but I don't want to get angry. They're still dangerous, regardless. We can't.
Aye, obviously, we're not really feet the MD that could start for them, but they're still Celtic at the end of the day. They still can hurt you with the players they've got. I mean, the defence could be hard to break by. I mean, Julian Ayer, Duffy. You might see that new Uruguayan boy Laxalt on the left, because Greg Taylor, that's for me the man that we should be targeting the full game. I don't rate Greg Taylor at all.
I say both, mate. I say
Frimpong, aye.
Stop him and attack. You know what I mean?
Frimpong's the guy, as you say, we need to take him out of the game fast.
Aye.
Because he's a guy that's going to go by a few players, get a cross into the box and grow confidence in the game.
Exactly.
Whereas if you hit him, let you know who's here, and then.
But that's what I'm on about. That's where you want. For me, I'm just off the top of my head. I'm thinking, you know what I mean, something like Davis or something. You want one of the big fucking rough tackles and let the wee boy know you're playing it. You know what I mean?
You're more likely to see that off Scott Arfield.
Aye, Scotty. Aye, fuck it. I'm just using Davis.
Because I mean, in the build up to doing this podcast, I was watching some of the games of last season. I was watching the home game they beat us 2-0 last season. I'm like, Rangers. Gerrard got it completely wrong. The team lineup that day. Defoe, he didn't really play any wingers. He played 5 midfielders, I think. Wrong for the get go. So that was just kind of forgotten about. Obviously, Jordan Jones. If we were doing this a couple of weeks ago, his career would still be ruined by that tackle he made. You know what I mean? So obviously that happened, and then the cup final happened that season. You're like, how did not one of the chances go in? I think Morelos could have had about a double hat trick that game.
I know, mate.
Just refreshing my memory a bit, and then they get one lucky cross into the box, and it's a goal. But that's a kind of thing. We could be all over them in the weekend, and they could just go.
That's what I'm on about. How many? I mean, off the top of my head, that kind of that game there, where we battle them on the part with you know what I mean, and then they get that one chance, and that's all it takes in football. You know what I mean? Is that one chance,
and that just obviously then you get the penalty after that, and then just after missing that, it kind of just ruined us, didn't it?
But that's what I'm on about, the work effort that we put, you know what I mean, we put into the game and everything like that, and then you lose that cup final, man.
And then obviously after that cup final was made right, we went to Celtic Park, as we were talking about at the top of the episode, just destroyed them. Literally destroyed them. And I'm hoping that's a repeat of what's going to happen. I'm
hoping, mate, because I think we've definitely got a player that Celtic do fear, and that's Ryan Kent.
For me, Kent's the one. Every Old Firm game, just even dating back to that Ryan Jack one, just hit them on skates.
That goal, man.
Hit them on skates, man. He seems to all the time. He's grabbed a few goals. He's always the player, as you say, they're frightened in that Rangers team, I think.
I think they're definitely up. They know the quality's there. You know what I mean? And he's up for it. That's what I love about him. He doesn't have to be he's not one of the players, as I say, that's like fucking, you know what I mean, like dead fucking over the top thing.
No.
He shows what he can do on the park.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gets that goal, you see that emotion just pour out of him, you know what I mean? When he gets the goal and he gets the win in these kind of games. I'd say probably he's our most important player in this game.
I mean, obviously we were talking about the Celtic 11, but going into that Rangers 11 that you think are going to start, we'll do our predictions for the team after we talk about individual players. But Kent, for me, he needs to perform, because when he performs, the full team just it performs.
I'd say Arfield and all. Arfield has to be one.
Arfield's,
as you say, that makes the tackles.
He's a dirty. He can go right in and make tackles. He likes a battle. So, Arfield's, as I said in last week's podcast, him and Tav are probably joint for first name of the team sheet now. So Arfield 100% starts.
Davis as well, mate. Davis has got to get experience.
Davis gets a mention, obviously, for the caps for Northern Ireland.
Aye. Big up, Davis.
Big up, Stephen Davis. I think he's seen a start, maybe like 9 games off the UK record or something.
Is he?
Like
Well, fuck him, man.
Well done to obviously Stephen Davis, but hopefully he's coming into this game with the same mentality he plays for Northern Ireland, and he's played well season. So another one.
That's what I'm on about. Just he knows what these games are about. He's
played in so many of them for like glory days at Rangers. As we smile, obviously, and then obviously the rebuild. He's come back and he doesn't look out of place at all. Well,
I mean, remember that one pass at Hingwood that went to that goal, but in the game that we had Hingwood, it was Jack that Hingwood the ball.
What game are you talking about?
The 2-1 where fucking Katic scored. Where they get the fucking Hingway, the deflection off the back.
Aye.
Was that him or was that Jack?
That was Jack, I think.
Aye, it was Jack. What's with you? You cunt. Why'd you get the ball away, Jack? No, it's Jack.
So just what you say, I think they fear a lot of players for us, even though Morelos, as we say all the time, he hasn't scored.
I don't think they fear Morelos, mate. I'm not going to...
He's a guy, though, that he'll just wind them up.
He gets wound up, mate. He gets wound up something.
He gets wound up, but I think in these kind of games it benefits him, because he's like, well, fuck you. I think we say it every time, but I think he's really going to show something in this game. He has to show something in this game. He has to get back to it. I think he will.
He's not starting it.
I think he will.
I don't think he will.
But
there's no chance. He's done it before. Did they not go with Colombia before 1-0 for him before?
I don't know. And then we put the bench.
I'm pretty sure he did. I think he was benched or something. He came on the second half or something, and then he got himself sent off.
I can't mind.
The only thing I'll say about this hold for him that benefits him in terms of mentally, like psycho and all that, there's no fans there, and that's going to benefit him because they come hard down on him. And
there's 60,000 fans in that stadium, literally shout like just abuse at that guy every time he gets the ball. Obviously, it's going to be tough for him every single game he plays. You know what I mean, but I'm hoping he uses that no fans if he starts to his benefit.
I don't think he starts, mate.
So if you want to get into the Rangers team lineup, then I'll go with mine. I've got McGregor, Tav, Goldson, Balogun. Barisic is obviously 50-50 currently. McGregor also. But Barisic, Davis, Kamara, Arfield, Hadji, Kent, Morelos. That'd be the 11.
I agree with Hingway, but just no Morelos personally.
Do you agree with the full team but Morelos?
Aye, because I don't...
Who would you start up top?
Just because of the flight, mate. The flight for...
Obviously, that's...
It's going to come into effect, and he's not going to be fully proper training with the team, you know what I mean?
I could see why he would get benched, but you never know.
It's just shite. Why is this game Hingway being international?
Especially with him playing Thursday morning and needing to travel all the way from Colombia to Glasgow. You know what I mean?
But I seen the big fucking Swede we've got and all with.
Yeah, Hollander.
No, fucking... What's his name?
Swedish.
Swedish.
Centre-back.
No, Switzerland. What the fuck am I on about? They're the same to me. I'm no 80, by the way. I don't have dementia. I've just blipped out there. Itten. Fucking just benched.
Why Switzerland? He came on, I think, for about 30 minutes or something. But then
I reckon he might start him because Celtic have got Duffy in there. That's a big, tall fucking...
I mean...
You want that physical battle in there?
That'd be his first start in the league, you know?
I'd be fucking... As you're saying, we're going like with the fullbacks here. I reckon you fucking whip the balls into that big man. He's going to get his head
I
on
reckon that would throw Celtic off.
For me, that's a tactic there. Let's whip the ball into the big man.
Because
get a physical battle going there in the middle.
You know there's going to be three like big centre backs, being either Julian, Duffy.
Did he play for you?
Well, who knows who else is going to get COVID by the time the game. But
know.
At the current moment, they play 3-5-2. That's their whole system is basically built on that. So with their lineup, it's going to. This could change, by the way, whatever happens in the world.
I know, we don't.
But Barkas, Frimpong, Ayer, Julian, Duffy, Greg Taylor, I think will probably play because I don't think they'll put that Uruguayan boy in straight away. I can
fire him straight in there.
Cal McGregor, Brown, Rogic, Klamala, and Griffiths. Aye.
Did he not sign for some Dubai team?
No, Rogic still plays with Celtic.
Does he?
Aye, come on.
Well,
that game at the weekend, St Johnson.
But I'm just saying anyway, I feel like you play the big man, get a physical battle going in there, get him trying to win the headers, and then maybe second half bring Morelos on if he's fucking...
I don't see Gerrard changing the formation this game.
No, I don't see him changing the formation at all. Gerrard's not that kind of manager.
Another one that could be in is Roof. I've seen he's in training again, but is he going to play an Old Firm game? I don't know.
I wouldn't risk it. He's too important in terms of the rest of the season. He'll get a chance to play many Old Firm games for me.
I think you could be on a winner with it, by the way.
I think you play the big man. You got to play him. Duffy's this big fucking physical.
6 foot.
Get him in there. Tell the big boy, fucking get physical with him. Try win the headers.
Because I mean, if the way we're going to set up this game, be playing with whether it's Bassey or Barisic, they can both go forward.
Aye.
So if we're bombing our fullbacks up, we're getting Kent, Hadji involved in this.
That's an exciting battle for me.
So
that fucking Frimpong or whatever his name is.
Frimpong and Kent. Aye.
No, fucking what's his name? You just mentioned him there.
Who?
Bassey.
Oh, Bassey.
That's an exciting eye. My boy will throw him in. My boy will pick him up and fucking slam him on the floor like Loki and Hulk. What fucking go on? He's unlike Barisic, he can defend. I'll say it all the time.
But that's the way we're going to set up. Is we're going to be trying to work through the wings, in my opinion, getting the ball to Kent as much as we can, but linking up with Hadji. Because obviously Hadji's...
Is this going to be his real first proper Old Firm, man?
Aye, I mean, he would have started probably that one if it didn't get caught off, but as of now, I guess he's going to be his Old Firm debut and all, and I can't... There's always the argument of, does he play Jordan Jones, but I cannot see it at all.
No, I don't think Jones plays this game, man.
I think Jones is a good asset.
Somebody else we're not talking about as well, apparently might be coming back as well as Aribo.
Aye, Aribo could be on the bench, which is, even if he's on the bench,
I'll take it.
It's a scary thing for a Celtic team, because he's like, to have him on the bench, we've talked about him for weeks and weeks. We just want him back. So he's dangerous.
Just right now, I'm thinking about is when Morelos had that chance to square him proper.
Is that in the final?
No, that's the 2-1. Morelos went down for diving.
Oh, aye.
Should have squared them earlier. He would have been in.
Could have been scenes.
Aye, you know.
Could have been scenes. Aye, but Aribo, hopefully he's back. Even if he's on the bench and doesn't play a part, just having him back in the fold again is obviously big, because he's a big player in this team. Gerrard believes in him very highly, so the quicker we get him back, Bayern is.
As I'm saying as well, mate, I think defensively so far this season we've been solid so far.
Solid, aye. Obviously, just one slip up.
Aye, obviously a slip up, but I think we've been solid so far. And I would say, you know what I mean, our attack's tremendous when it's going well. You know what I mean? I really think that I'm onto something there. I think Gerrard, you know what I mean, the new signing, mate, has already seen our podcast as Jack's tagged him in the things.
Aye.
Mate, see if you get the chance, my South African darling, tell Steven Gerrard, I've got the winning plan. Play the big man, get physical, we'll win the game.
Well, that's somebody else we wanted to talk about, being the deadline day signing. Will he be involved, do you think?
Maybe the bench.
Maybe the bench.
I could see that. You know what I mean? I'm excited to him. I want to see what this guy's about.
So do I. I'm desperate to see him, because Gerrard's been chasing him all summer, so there's obviously something there.
Aye. So I hope he's not repeat. I hope he's not like that other fucking boy that Gerrard got for France.
No, Koulibaly, was it?
I remember that cunt.
He was good. He was good up until he got injured.
Aye.
And then that killed him pretty much.
Aye,
so I'm excited for him and all. He's similar to, who would I say? He's a box-to-box midfielder. He does Ryan Jack's job going back, but he can go forward more than Jack would. So I think
that's my only thing with Jack. But man, as we said, last time, man, too many negative passes for Jack sometimes, man.
That's why I don't think he'll start. And especially when being away with Scotland and that, I think we talk about obviously 5 subs and that. He's good to obviously bring on, but I would bring him on as a like-for-like change for Kamara because I cannot see they two playing the same pitch any longer.
I don't like seeing they two playing together.
Maybe if we're up, cut a goals or a goal or something like that, we're trying to defend the lead, bring Jack and Kamara on, and in that case, it'll actually work because we're protecting the back four. Whereas like, when we play the two together, we're playing 2 holding midfielders that don't really go forward in a home game against St Mirren or something. It just doesn't make sense. So if we're leading the game and they two are playing, fair enough. But I'd be bringing him on for Kamara if he doesn't start.
No, I'm feeling a wee bit of Jermaine Defoe for this game and all.
Aye.
I'm telling you right now, I reckon the big boy starts, right?
Right, so Itten starts for you.
Itten starts for me, right? Morelos is going to be I think he's going to be a bit fucking hangry, obviously.
He's going to be tired.
He's going to be tired, but see beforehand the game, I'm Gerrard, I'm grabbing him by the neck and I'm telling him, do not get fucking sent off this game. It's too many times we get we cunt.
Nah.
I'm telling him, man.
We know he's up for it.
You know what Brown's going to be saying? Listen, wind him the fuck up because he'll get sent off. You know what I mean? In fair play, Scott Brown, I'd do the same.
It's always a tactic.
It is, you know what I mean? And you see it with us. You see it with Gerrard and the face, like you know what I mean? He's deflating. Like again, you fucking wee idiot. You know what I mean?
Because he's back.
How many times has he been sent off? But
in an old firm game, I remember the one fucking at Parkhead where he got into the scuffle with Scott Brown.
I think there's been 2 or 3 at Parkhead.
Yeah, and he gets sent off, obviously, that last one there.
He gets sent off for the fucking diving in the box.
That last year. And then he gets sent off the season before that. For he slapped Scott Brown in the face or something like that. So I can remember 2 off the top of my head. So I'm hoping that's not 3 or 4, however many it is.
I think it's been 3 or 4 times he's been sent off.
So
all I remember is him doing the hang with his hand. You know what I mean? What are you doing? Fucking get in the locker room, you wee prick.
So he's so important still. Like, even if he doesn't start and he comes off the bench, I'm looking for him to make an impact.
An impact, but he's not going to.
It's going to depend on how the game's going, though.
I know, but he's had tap-ins, mate, and fucking missed them because of the pressure that's coming for the Celtic fans, man.
Aye, so maybe
he missed that tap-in against Galatasaray and all.
He's not been on form for a while.
Aye,
and I'm just hoping maybe a game like this.
Hanging about players like James Rodriguez has made them go fucking
ballistic, insane,
and go, I'm going to go out there and get goals again. But I think the big man plays, mate, as I keep saying. Big man starts.
I wouldn't complain at that, and that's obviously the luxury we've got now, where we can bring him in for Morelos and be like, fair enough, give us what you've got, big man. We've seen obviously at Motherwell that wee short cameo,
beautiful.
But I'm hoping to see more of that if he does play, because I can't see Defoe starting. Roof, no. I can't see just being thrown in. Itten is the one for me that seems more likely than obviously Morelos, because he's coming back for international duty and jet lag or whatever. But I think you could be on the winner there. And
I just think I really do. I think as I keep balls into the box, I really think midfield has to be aggressive. Always, you know what I mean, look for Tav, look for Kent, and fucking
the midfield has to be aggressive. And seeing you've got Arfield in that midfield, I think you're going to have a real, like, he's tough. He really is. He runs his fucking arse into the ground every game, man.
No, he does.
And in games like this, he's shown just his class all season pretty much. So, Arfield for me. I think he might grab a goal.
Arfield?
Mm-hmm.
I reckon. I don't know, mate. I know you're saying the thing with Defoe. I think right now I could see play as I keep saying, big man, and then maybe Defoe. Just, I mean, I'd play the two of them again. I wouldn't play the two of them again, but I'd bring Defoe on sort of as.
Don't know if Defoe suit this kind of game, man.
Don't underestimate. Why does everyone underestimate?
No, but see, if he gets into the box, he gets a shot. It's a goal.
Aye.
But I don't know. He's not played much football. He's obviously great to bring on off the bench. I'd like to see him get more game time.
Right. I'm going to have this. Obviously, we're talking about Morelos and Roof, right? They two aren't hanging, but for me, they're the only two. Who else is it? Mike Arfield can sort.
I mean, see if he doesn't want to trust Morelos in this game, you're going to see Defoe if Itten starts.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be a complete role reverse where Morelos starts and you don't see Defoe, but you see Itten come on. So it's
start him. Don't.
I could see why Gerrard's got this selection headache. I mean, who do you play?
I mean, keepers and all, like, you're like,
who
McGregor, but honestly, McGregor, so how many beautiful saves has McGregor made?
I think for this game we need to make sure McGregor's fit and available.
Definitely, McGregor's, to me, so important, man. So important in these kind of games anyway, man.
So as you were saying...
I'm saying, mate, McGregor is... To me, he's been so important in these old firms anyway. You've seen some of the saves he's made, especially...
He's literally kept us in games at times.
Corners, penalties. I think it was a free kick as well he saved us.
He saved that penalty in the game December last year. He keep us sort of level at the time. At now,
how funny was that? See, it's not how when he saves that penalty. Some Celtic fans like the fucking scare. No, but John, it'll be a big test for McLaughlin though. But
I know if McLaughlin's playing, this is his biggest test so far. I don't have any sort of problem with him playing, but in all firm games, I just want Al McGregor available.
Definitely. But what I'm saying is, it's going to be a big test in terms of if they do get shots on. We know you're good. We know you're good at your feet. Let's see how good you are at saving shots. You know what I mean?
Because he saved that one. Well, I can remember Nisbet at Hibs. He saved a good chance off him. So I think he had a class keeper. I don't have a problem with him starting, but I would prefer McGregor. So hopefully McGregor will be fit. And obviously Hadji, first Old Firm game as you're saying.
Let's see if he's fired up. Boy, you were born in Turkey, you're a Galatasaray fan, their derbies and all that are heated. I want to see you go out there, my man, and get an assist.
I mean, it's something good if you get an assist.
I mean, I told you, mate, I said to you, he's not going to score goals, you know what I mean, and all that part. He's going to assist, more likely, and you're going to forget about it.
I want to see him having a proper good game, though. I want to see him
90 minutes full
beating men, taking men on, making good passes.
Beating men?
John Beaton, the referee.
I
always want more for Hagi. Obviously, he's getting the assists and everything, but I want to see him actually put in a good performance. So it's going to be a big debut. And Balogun as well. He'll most likely be 100% playing because Hollander's not available. Next to Goldson. So he started with Goldson in every game he's played, I think. So I'm excited for the big man and all.
I think it's just going to be so weird as we said, like, no fans, man.
No fans. So how do you think that'll play out in an Old Firm game? Because I've never seen it before.
The most important thing for me, okay, no fans. Pity there's no commentating. I don't want to hear Ian fucking Crocker, but his fucking name is, and what's that fucking other...
Andy Walker.
I don't want to hear the prats.
No.
I want to hear who's vocal in these games. Like, I want to hear, especially for our side. I reckon Goldson will be vocal. McGregor's fucking yelling at everything, man. I'm just excited about that. But I want to see for Celtic as well, you know what I mean? Does Scott Brown shout during the games? Does he fucking...
Well, I know, because you hear that battle, like, who is he shouting at? What's getting said in the park?
You hear Arfield scream like a wee lassie. Fuck.
I'm excited for that party, because it's such a
I think Cal McGregor's more likely to shout. I think Cal McGregor's more likely to be one of the players personally.
He's like a wee toenail, but...
Aye, but no, you know, he's the next Celtic captain. You know what I mean? Yes. You know, he's the next guy for him. And I do take my hats off to him, because everyone hangs about Tierney, and you know what I mean? You knew Tierney wasn't going to be at Celtic for all his career. You know what I mean? You know he was going to go to a Premier League team. Cal McGregor as well. That's what I want about. He's more likely to spend his career at Celtic and be that Celtic man. You know what I mean? Which is, I mean, it's good. It's good to have the kind of players up on both sides. You know what I mean? Like,
I would say
it's good. You know what I mean?
So when the teams talked about, we obviously no fans. It's just going to be, they're not going to have 60,000 fans. We're not going to have our 800 or that. It doesn't really matter to Rangers, because our fans could really not be heard anyway. Same way Celtic fans would come to Ibrox. So they're obviously losing a big portion of their 11th man, or their 12th man, sorry, you would say. With that all playing into the COVID cases they've got a weakened team. How do you see this one going? What's your score prediction?
I can't give you one.
You can't give me a prediction?
I can tell you how I feel the game will go.
Go on, give us your breakdown of how you think the 90 minutes will go then.
I think it's going to be the same. I really think it'll be a tough game. I reckon we've got to obviously go wide, as I'm saying. If Cedric Hitton's playing, you've got to fucking go for the physical battle, and you've got to get the headers. But I reckon it's going to be a tough, difficult game. Even though Celtic are quote unquote get a weaker team. I think that there's a more chance of them, especially because they haven't played any of the big teams yet. I don't think they'll come out and be alright. But I think for us personally, I think we just got to play our game. There's no fans there. Let's go there and really have a go at it and try and get.
That's true.
I don't want to see a 1-0 or a 2. See if there's a chance to get 3, 4, or 5. Let's go for it, man.
Let this be the game where we don't just screw miss chances away. Let this be the game where we actually put down a marker and
we say, look, this is our season. We ain't going to fuck this up. This is our season.
We need to win this game. Like there's no ifs or buts. We need to win, hands down.
And as we were saying there and all, as I've just said, like with McLaughlin, like it's going to be a test. It's also going to be a test for a Celtic keeper. It seems like he's just had to really fucking just stand at the back post, bring his packed lunch and read the Daily News, you know what I mean? But this game is going to be tested, this keeper, and let's find out how good this Celtic keeper is, you know what I mean?
Let's find how good this Celtic team can be, because obviously all you see is, they're not playing well, they're in second gear or whatever. What's going to happen when they get into 4th, 5th?
Because the common thing is you're saying, mate, that we're hearing is Rangers are starting well, Celtic they're not starting well, but they're winning.
But they'll ease into it and Rangers will get blown away eventually. That's what it basically is.
But I don't think it is, man. I think this season was really, mate, 10 in a row or 55, you know what I mean?
No.
It's that, you know what I mean?
That's on the line, exactly.
And I just, even when it comes on to, the January transfer window, if there's any players at both clubs, in my personal opinion, that I think they'll sell, I'll stay here until January and I'll move away. You shouldn't be at any of these two clubs at all, especially this season. This season, you're going to go down in history. You know what I mean? You're either going to go down the team in history that won 10 in a row or stopped Celtic for winning 10 in a row, you know what I mean?
And then we win 55.
And during the pandemic as well, you know what I mean? Which
is huge.
On top of it, it's crazy, man.
So, it's going to be interesting. As you keep saying, like, if Morelos is thinking, I'll stay here till January and get my move away.
Aye, but Edward and all, by the way. Edward.
Both of them shouldn't be here now if they're not ready for the fight all season.
All season long, man.
So, if I give my score prediction,
I want a Rangers win. I'm saying a Rangers win.
I want a Rangers win. It's so hard to say anything.
I can't say anything. I refuse to say anything.
I'm going for 3-1 Rangers.
Jack, no. What? Aye, right. Okay. Sorry. Jack, boy, you best hope we don't come on here if we hang with this game.
I know. I'm putting my balls on the line here.
3-1.
But I'm going 3-1. I'm seeing Rangers in this game.
You do this all the time.
I'm seeing Rangers in this game. They've got firepower in the attack. Celtic, as they keep saying, are weakened. We're losing players as well, but we've got players that can come in and do as well as a job as like, whoever's out. We've got players to come on off the bench. You look at like Jones, whoever's starting up front, even Brandon Barker. I know he's not exactly going to, but he brings you pace. He brings you like, directness to go forward. So another asset to bring on off the bench, and I think we've got strength to where we could go and win that game.
Listen, what you're saying is we've got enough numbers to cover the positions. I think
if we sell it, I'm like, with these virus and all that, Ajeti might be injured, Forrest is injured and all that. Who have they got on the bench? They've got Cham.
Listen, they've got also, I know we've not talked about him, but they've got that boy for Millwall. They saying, I know Celtic fans are wanting to see him play more, and I know it's weird to think Celtic fans that rave and hang with all that about Scott Brown, and now they're saying, drop him.
Nah,
what happened to your fucking glorious Scott Brown? As you say, mate, attacking power and all this, we've had this in previous games. I think if Ryan Kent turns up, Rangers turn up.
Aye.
If Ryan Kent turns up, Rangers turns up. You know what I mean?
That's the statement to make, I think, honestly. Everyone will run through Kent. It always seems to do in these Old Firm games. So I want to put these kind of, obviously we talked about it last week, the England talk and all these kind of like subpar games away from him and just turn it on again, because we know he can.
Aye. Do you know what I'd be impressed? See if Haji turns it on, but then that's another one that's like...
He's a stick on to start, I think. I don't think Gerrard will start anybody else.
And as you said with Barker there, again, like he got obviously when you get that goal, you would think yourself...
Took it well, by the way.
Great goal. I just think of that still game clip. That's quite good.
That's actually quite good. Aye.
I just think that
that was like my fault. I'm like, he's going to fucking miss it. What are you doing? Pass it. And I was like, it's actually right. Aye. So he's going to be confident in that goal. I'm not going to obviously bash him for like his passing or that. Fair enough, he wasn't as good.
I'm going to bash him.
If Gerrard believes in Barker, then so be it. He's obviously got that goal. He's going to be confident. He probably won't start, but you never know. Or you honestly never know.
You never know with Gerrard. They might go, he starts, Haji's benched.
So there's another selection headache. Who's he going to play? Haji, Jones, Barker. For me, it's a stick on Haji, but there's always the
just don't give him too much. Don't give him respect on the ball, and you know what I mean. Don't give Celtic respect in this game. That's all I'll say, man. Go there, batter them. That's all I'll say, man.
Batter them all over the pitch. That's all we need to do.
Exactly.
And play the game that we know. Just like Rangers play.
Just don't be a Rangers team, man.
Don't adapt to play against them and sit back. Just go for them.
Exactly.
Because they're there for the taking.
They're there for the taking. How many times have we said that? But over the last couple of Old Firms, they're there for the taking.
They are 100% there for the taking. Even ones we've lost, they were there.
I know. I always remember, they're there for the taking. Then we lose a game, and then you're just pure fucking raging, man.
Everybody's raging. It's
more,
I
know, man. But
I know in the past it was like more. What do you even say? We're shite pretty much. But when you've got the team now, if we get beat, it's going to be like, it's anger because we've played so well.
I know, but it's a massive thing as well for Celtic if they do beat this Rangers team that are, or you know what I mean, quote unquote on form and all that. But another thing is just, I don't know if you want to talk about it, mate. It's just that whilst we're recording is with Gerrard there.
His comments towards Kevin Clancy. Apparently, it's not been really. What's the actual tweet? So get it up.
He's getting the actual tweet up.
Let's see. Big Rahman tweeted it anyway.
Big Rahman.
He was not charged. He was charged with a disciplinary hearing outcome in regards to his comments made about Kevin Clancy. And then Rangers obviously put out a statement. They are unsurprised and remain bemused that the charge was brought against Steven Gerrard, but they look forward to more important matters in the field. So Rangers obviously aren't really
care.
Nah, it's
They're
just
more concerned about the road for them.
Who cares?
Like we all should be, but just thought we'd.
It's obviously something that's happened as of recording, so that won't affect it. And John Beaton's the referee. Big staunch John.
Aye, good guy, John, isn't he?
Drinks down the Crown Bar, obviously.
Aye.
So, in terms of that, I think that's everything we can talk about.
Well, I thought we were going to get the old firm memories, mate.
Obviously, we're going to talk about our best old firm memories because we've talked about the current one upcoming. So, in all the years of you supporting Rangers, what stood out to you? Just like you can't ever forget about memories in the old firm.
Yeah, I just think about the glory days, mate. Anyway, you know what I mean. I think about
back growing up.
Just back growing up when Rangers. When Rangers were Rangers, you know. I mean, obviously you know what I mean, as we've been in high school and all that, but it's just been embarrassing the way. Let's be honest.
I feel first to 6 year, it's just been fucking embarrassing.
That's nuts, man. But also I think when we obviously won the league, who was that? It was Morris Edu, wasn't it?
Oh, that was the one I was going to bring up straight away. Last minute winner, Edu.
That's the one I think he first hit away. Shooty Richard, man, we used to always hang with that in fucking biology and that. Especially when it comes into Old Firm times, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We'd always do the fucking, we'll get it, and then man, no, I think that one.
That's a classic.
That's
just
a classic,
the way the place just erupts after it. It's just unbelievable to hear about that.
Jelavic and on the cup.
That one off of 2 posts is the one I'll always remember and all. Davis scored in that one, actually.
No?
Stephen Davis scored. But in extra time, Jelavic, so dramatic. And then we just, they're all passion.
And another one as well, obviously beating them on penalties.
For what we were.
Mate, we had a fucking, that team, man, like fucking.
That team that season was great. Obviously,
it was great.
But albeit in the championship, but looking back at it now.
But comparing it to now, and then comparing it to, like, you know what I mean? I'll never forget that Barry McCarthy goal, but I'm going to say that's the best goal I've ever seen in an Old Firm game, I think. I'll never, honestly, just ripped the fucking tap off, man, and went nuts, man.
I could not believe, I was at that game and all, I could not believe it, the way he scored, and it was just...
You did it.
And in that kind of time, we were on top, although be it in a different league. They were kind of crumbling under Ronnie Dyler. We took advantage of that under Mark Warburton. Although it was a tied game at 2 each, but on penalties, you'll always remember Rogic, his ball's still waiting to be found.
It's still waiting to be
found. So that was one, if he'd been there and all, that will always remain in the memory. Back in the day and all, Kevin Thompson 1-0 at Ibrox, I can remember.
What was that Yelter goal? What's that boy's name? He's called fucking just ran
Pedro
up.
Mendes.
No,
I remember that one and all, actually, 4-2 at Celtic Park.
Oh, fucking what a goal that is. Jack, you've just put that in my head. I was on about that fucking... What was his name?
What year is it, though?
07? 07, sort of. No, wait, no. I don't know what year it is, mate. I just remember he wasn't in the start 11. He was one of the fucking players.
Jamie Ness, was it?
Aye, Jamie Ness, that's it. Jamie Ness.
I think that was a cup game or something. We drew 2 each, we said, like that game. That was the Bruni, the infamous Bruni, I think.
Fucking... I also remember the one where we were all scrapping, see when fucking... Was it Parpatch getting knocked out at Celtic Park?
Aye, I just remember... Matt Wilson scored.
Aye, I remember him getting fucking knocked with that ball and I was like, he's dead, man, fuck. That was a Yelter in the head, mate.
I think that was around the time we played about 3 Old Firm games in 2 weeks or something, because it was a cup replay and, I mean, could you imagine how good that was?
That'd have been nuts, man.
Cup replays and final or semi or whatever, and also, you've got them ones.
McCoy and fucking Lennon were going for each other, wasn't it?
Aye. Aye, that was.
I always remember that my mum was right up the telly. I never seen my mum get hanging in these games, but she's like, get in the bastard! Nah, go, mum.
And then obviously, the demise, going down the divisions. We didn't have many Old Firms coming back up under Steven Gerrard now. Special mention actually that Clint Hill goal at Celtic Park and all. That was 1-0. That team was shite. That team was shite, so man. Bad, man. But we actually played alright that day. Get a draw here.
That wee lassie's still raging.
I am not behind the goal. So that was a good one. And then obviously I can't look past last season, the season before. Ryan Jack waited for that moment so long, man.
Man.
As we say, just players just dominating for the full game. And the end of that season, we beat them 2-0. Arfield and Tav scored a free kick.
Glorious sunny day that day, wasn't it?
Aye. Great day for it.
Also think about it, obviously, the one at Christmas sort of period there, Cartage getting that big goal.
Nah, that's
fucking
unreal,
gave a fucking thing away and then scores the winners.
So there's been plenty. We're just rolling back the years there.
I know, man.
Unbelievable memories, obviously, with this fixture. Hopefully another one will be created, I think.
Hopefully.
And aye.
You get your man Miller and all, many times Kenny Miller scored, fuck's sake.
I know, my dad's a big fan of Kenny Miller.
I see, your dad was the thing with me about your dad was saying, you fucking should have been in the Rangers starting with that.
He's still on about that? Kenny Miller being in that team?
He should be, mate.
Aye. So, Kenny Miller obviously was a big player back in the day. Plenty of big players back in the day though. Barry Ferguson, Kyle Lafferty, Jelavic, Edu with that goal. I mean, just makes you smile.
I know, man, the amount of saves that he's put off, obviously, the fucking penalty.
Just, for a fact, we'll be sitting on Friday night, we're just going to be watching every single one of these.
I don't sleep before these games, by the way. I just sit there and watch previous ones.
Aye, have you noticed how it goes, though? So, it's a week to the Old Firm. Monday, you're like, oh, let's do these bastards.
Aye.
Tuesday, you're like, I'm still buzzing. As it goes through the week, you're like, oh, fuck, I'm shite myself now. And then you get to the game, you're like, oh, my God, what the fuck?
Aye, but do you not feel that during the week, it goes dead quick, and then like the night before, like the day before, it's dead long?
It's like, I feel like a kid on Christmas.
Aye.
It's that feeling, man. I'm just like, get the game here.
Aye.
And Saturday at 12 o'clock, we'll be sitting
follow
watching
it.
The
other boys in blue.
So, if there's anything else you want to talk about, mate?
I reckon we let the people know that whether it's a winner, it's a loss, or whatever it is, Big Davey.
No, Big Davey, boy, aye. Special guest for the next one.
Big Davey.
Hopefully he'll agree to that, but we'll see what happens. He's going to come
already signed the contract, you mean?
Oh, is he?
Aye. I've got him with a shirt and everything. These stuff was going on.
Big Davey, boy, he's going to be on the podcast, so big laugh, so he is.
He'll be a laugh, he's a right good jolly.
Hopefully it's in victory, though.
Victory, mate. Positive. Got to have a positive mind going into these games, as I say all the time.
And we could sit here all day and talk about it.
I know you could talk about as many fucking goals and memories, man.
I just hope Rangers go, do a job, win the game, get us the 3 points, and we're happy.
That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
Main thing.
And
Jack, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. I can't wait on Saturday.
Oh, I'm rubbing my hands together, mate. I cannot.
I can't wait to obviously get your views of what happens in the next podcast and that. So
exactly, my man.
For the Old Firm special, I think that's it, and we're out.
We're out.
Catch
Peace.
you after.